I think one of the most powerful observations I've heard in this whole field of family cases comes from psychologist Dr. Tim Onkka, who told me a few years ago, you know, Charlie, I don't care what your other title is, judge, lawyer, counselor, mediator, psychologist, whatever you have, all of us have the same client. We all share a common client, and that client is called the future co-parenting relationship. The future relationship between these parents as they're going to raise these kids. And that concept has really resonated with a lot of judges and attorneys, a lot of us attorneys, mediators, that, you know what are we doing taking families to court on minor matters, for example, that does a lot of damage to their relationship while it decides only one little tiny issue? Or what are we doing with a custody evaluation that may be doing the same thing? Or what are we doing in mediation if we're doing nothing to help the relationship, but maybe we're mediating one tiny little issue? Our real job is to help them create that new co-parenting relationship. And I hope we'll all keep this in mind. We have a link to an article that our state bar journal placed that was written by Dr. Shay Daly and me in the spring of 2009, and I hope you'll take a look at it and talk. The title of it, I think, is "The Four Immutable Laws of Separation and Divorce," and it basically the four laws are: number one, conflict. Parent conflict is seriously dangerous to children. Two, litigation tends to expand rather than reduce conflict. Three, that children's need for a decent, good relationship between their parents actually grows with separation and divorce. And the fourth is just what I'm talking about here, that all professionals share a common invisible client. That is the future co-parenting relationship. I ask you to consider, as Dr. Onkka helped me to consider, that it's going to be that relationship that does two very, very important things, huge tasks. Number one, it provides everything that the children need from day one, much more than what any counselor or judge or court order or motion or custody evaluation or any professional could give. Namely, how are the parents speaking of and acting toward each other and about each other? Do they share compliments about each other? Do they shield the children from conflict? When they speak of each other, is it with courtesy and admiration and respect for the children's love for and reliance on these people? Are they rolling their eyes when the topic of the other parent comes up, or are they supportive of the children's relationship? All those important things to the kids, crucial things to the kids, have to be done by the parents in their commitment to that future co-parenting relationship. The second thing that future co-parenting relationship does is that it solves thousands of issues that we don't even know about today. So how could we as professionals think, well, we'll take all these to mediation, or we'll take them to court, or we'll take them to a GAL or custody evaluation? Nonsense. This future co-parenting relationship is going to be responsible for resolving thousands of issues that are completely unknown to anybody today. How are they going to handle a conflict 2 years from now when a child was supposed to had anticipated being with the maternal grandparents on spring break in Sarasota, but now has a chance to be on an all-star academic team that goes to Washington, D.C.? Well, we don't want them going to court over that, or even necessarily needing to use mediation and stuff. By that time, their relationship, that future co-parenting relationship, should be solid enough, focused enough on the kids, courteous, cooperative, respectful, predictable, that's what's making these decisions. So let's remember, whatever we do, let's reinforce, build that future co-parenting relationship and the courtesy and cooperation within it before we do anything else.